Is this a clean thing or is this a family one?
Oh, come on.
Kate Middleton and Prince William are giving fans a rare look at their cheeky personalities. In a new interview on Going Home with Vick and Jordan on BBC's Radio 1, the Prince and Princess of Wales answered a few lighthearted questions submitted by listeners, and William had a not-safe-for-work answer when it comes to which emoji he uses the most.
Yeah, exactly. It's a family.
I've been told not to say the aubergine, so I've got to pick something else. So
It's the aubergine.
it would have been the aubergine, but I'm saying now, because I've got to be a bit more grown up, it's the one with the eyes go up and down and the mouth's out, and you're a bit like...
Yes.
While the future king admitted his would be the eggplant, his wife had a more subtle response.
Mine's probably got to be the heart with then the crying emoji.
Yeah.
The sort of like hysterical laughing when things have gone wrong.
The royals also shared what they were having for dinner later, and Prince William joked about his low tolerance for spicy food.
That's
Are you
right.
cooking?
No, I think probably a curry, won't it, tonight?
So you're looking
what
to
time
me.
we
You're
get
looking
back.
to me. Yeah, it probably will be a curry.
Maybe
or
curry.
Like teriyaki salmon or something like that.
Oh,
Are you a korma or a
lovely.
boona? Do you prefer spicy, a bit
Can't
mild?
do too much spice, I start sweating.
Whereas I like the
So
spice. So
attractive.
I have to sort of cook the curry and then add the spice.
Yeah.
Extra spice at the end.
She has to
Myself.
bring it in gently, because otherwise I get too sweaty. It's not a nice sight.
Before the couple said goodbye, they even poked fun at fellow Radio 1 host Greg James.
Do you listen to Radio 1?
I do.
Do you?
I'm starting to veer into the Radio 2 and 4.
And maybe Radio 4 as well.
I'm
She's
Radio
getting a bit
4,
old
I
now.
know, I'm
Goes
getting
all
a
Radio
bit
4.
old school.
Well, I've listened to Radio 1 since I was tiny. Like, I've always listened to it. I've heard many of you guys come and go, all the presenters over the years. So I can definitely say with great purpose that Greg James is an average DJ and Jordan and Vick are the future.
Yo! You heard that? Okay. That is going to be replayed and replayed across the station for the week. Royal Highnesses, thank you so much. And we hope you enjoy the rest of your trip in Birmingham.
Great, thanks so much.
Nice to see you guys,
Damien.
thank you.
And
Thank you.
if Greg James ever asks you, will you say the same answer that you said to
I think after I've just said this, I'm never seeing Greg James again.
Although the Prince and Princess had a little fun on air, the duo were actually on hand to host the Exploring Our Emotional Worlds Forum for World Mental Health Day on October 10th, alongside BBC Radio 1 and charity The Mix. During the event, Kate addressed the crowd, saying, "William and I continue to be inspired to see young people like you all here today leading this charge, being particularly brave and having some of those conversations yourselves. As a generation, you value and talk more about your mental health than any before you, something we truly admire and applaud," People reports. Across the pond, William's brother Prince Harry and his wife Meghan Markle took part in their own initiative in New York City. The Duke and Duchess of Sussex spoke about navigating mental health in today's digital age at the Project Healthy Minds inaugural World Mental Health Day Festival with their Archwell Foundation.
You know, a year ago when we met some of the families, not all of them, at that time, it was impossible to not be in tears, as I'm sure so many of you have been today hearing these stories. You can hear the stories again and again and again. It's still going to have the same emotional impact because it's just that devastating. And as parents, though our kids are really young, they're 2.5 and 4.5, but social media is not going away. And look, I think by design, there was an entry point that's supposed to be positive and creating community. And something has devolved. And there's no way to hear that and not try to help these families have their stories be heard. My husband and I often say, if there's going to be so much focus on what we're doing, then to try to focus on what we're focusing on, because their stories are what matter. And trying to safeguard so many other families from experiencing this level of pain. So for us, it's just, what is the solution? What can we do behind the scenes? What do we continue to do behind the scenes? How can we work with professionals and experts to really figure out, in knowing this is not going away, how do we make it safer, better, more positive, so that whether someone is losing a child or almost losing a child, those are some of the other stories we've heard, right? That, you know, if a young girl's going on looking for healthy recipes, but an algorithm starts giving her nothing but thinspiration and anorexia, and she's hospitalized as a result of that. There are so many twists and turns that can be avoided. So we're hoping to be part of that solution, all of us together as a community.